Hi and welcome to another episode of Roettgen Braai Master. Today we're making a staple diet from Bavaria. Pork knuckles with bread dumplings and kraut. Now what you need for it and how to do it, I'm going to show you in this episode. Alright, and this is what we need for today. Now you need obviously pork knuckles, and these pork knuckles have a combined weight of 2.5 kgs. You need quite a bit of salt in order to get a nice crispy skin. You need some kraut, and this is just white cabbage, so not sauerkraut, but just regular white cabbage. And we're going to pimp it later on with a little bit of bacon. Then you need the bread dumplings, and you need some beer, and in this case I'm using malt beer. Now, the reason behind malt beer is regular beer, when it gets above 100 degrees, and that's obviously what we're going to be using it for in order to steam those dumplings first, can go a bit bitter, and malt beer doesn't do that. So I prefer to use malt beer when I'm doing that. All right, in the first step, what you want to do, you want to scar the skin a little bit. So take a sharp knife and really try to only scar the skin, not actually into the meat. And then we need lots of salt to just make sure, to get that salt into the crevices as well. Now, obviously, the more salt you use, the crispier it will get. But also, don't use that big salt, that rock salt, because it will just fall off. And it would be, a shame to use salt that you then don't taste afterwards, and it will just fall off. And also, obviously, make sure that you get the salt all around, because obviously you want to have a good tasting pork knuckle all the way around. Now we're not going to use pepper just yet, simply because the pepper might burn later on, and so I prefer to season it afterwards. But as I said, give it a good season all the way around, and then we're going to move on to our beer. Alright, the pork knuckles are sufficiently salted, and now we're going to take the beer and we're going to pour some beer into this form. Now what this will help is obviously with the cooking process, because we're going to steam them first, and then we're going to cover them with aluminum foil. Now obviously this is quite a lot of aluminum foil, but really make sure that you get a tight seal, because obviously you want that steam to stay inside and not to go anywhere else. And then we're already ready for the barbecue. Right, whilst we're waiting for the barbecue to get up to temperature, we're quickly going to take care of the bacon. Right, the bacon has the consistency we're looking for, so we're now going to take the bacon out, and we're actually going to capture the bacon fat, because I will be using that for another cook one of those days. The barbecue is nice and hot now as well, and it sits at about 200 degrees. And I've created an indirect zone, so this burner is on and this burner is on full beam. And we're going to put this right in the center, and we're now going to steam the pork knuckles for about an hour and a half. Alright, an hour and a half later, the pork knuckles are now on the rotisserie and the back burner is on full. I've taken off all the other ones for now. We'll see how the temperature goes. And we're looking for an internal temperature of 85 degrees. Right, for the bread dumplings, very simple. You take a pot, put cold water into it and a little bit of salt, and then you just put them in with the packaging, and you let them soak for about 10 minutes, and then you bring it up to a boil, and then you let it simmer for about 15, and then they're good to go. All you need to do is then just give them a bit of cold rinse, and then they're ready to be eaten. Alright guys, and there you have it, our pork knuckles with bread dumplings and kraut. Now from the malt beer I made a quick sauce, and I don't know if you can hear this, but that is absolutely amazing, so we're going to dig in now. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching the video about the pork knuckle from the rotisserie. with bread dumplings and our pimped Kraut-Salad. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. We most certainly enjoyed eating it. It was absolutely delicious. And together with the Tegernseer beer, it just works. So yeah, if you did enjoy the video, I would appreciate a comment and a thumbs up. And please head over to that subscribe button for more great videos to come. And I hope to see you soon again at Roettgen Braai Master.